Hey guys, what's up? Dan here with a new video. After my previous farming strategy where I found out that metamorphs are quite lackluster this league, I decided to go all in on Blights. By that I mean that I went on the Atlas skill tree and I took all of the duplication nodes in hopes that I would drop more blighted maps. And oh boy, did we drop a lot. 143. This is absolutely insane and this is the most underrated strategy out there. To give you an idea on how ridiculous the numbers are on this strategy, a rusted Blight Scarab is 0.25 chaos. In 100 maps, this Scarab gave me 4500 chaos. That is 180 times your initial investment. What are these numbers, guys? This is absolutely insane. Guys, 180 times your initial investment. Do you guys have 25C? Would you like to make 4000? Go run some Blights. Let's take a look at the loot. Starting off with the loot in the tab called Blight, we have 3700 chaos in here, mostly coming from 143 blighted maps. So we have the tier 13s, tier 14s, 15s and the tier 16s, yeah? We also have some oils here, the silvers, the goldens, we have some exalts, we have a lot of generic currencies, a few cards, some deception contracts here, we also have an unusual gems blueprint, and here in this tab called 5, we have the rings and amulets that contain golden and silver oil anointments, which means that when you're gonna extract these, you're gonna be getting another 7 to 800 chaos. Yeah? These are not weighted. I decided to go with a rate of around 50% and I want to use them in the future video. This is why I'm not gonna extract them right now. So in total we have around 4500 chaos from our initial investment in the rusted Blight Scarab of only 25 chaos. This is absolutely insane, guys. Now, I really don't understand why rusted Blight Scarabs are so cheap this league. So, if you do need to make some money, if you're stuck, yeah, so let's say that you only have around 1-2x, you can immediately jump to around 40 to 50x in just 8 hours by running this strategy. And in the tab called map, we have the loot that we dropped from the other encounters inside the maps, yeah? So we have exalts, we have exalted shards, we have some chaoses, we have eagers, embers, we have the invitations, we dropped a cortex, we dropped some distant memory maps, yeah, shaper, elder, conqueror maps, a few scarabs. As you can see, quite a lot of stuff. Yeah, we have some of these Sentinel specific currencies right here, the recombinators, yeah, the power cores and all that. I'm really not interested in these, yeah, but anyway, they do add up. So yeah, there's also quite a lot of loot inside the map tab. In total, we have around 8000 chaos in all of these maps, which is quite insane, yeah? So 8000 chaos, guys, that's quite a lot of money. So let's take a look at the Atlas skill tree and see exactly what this strategy is all about. What we're trying to do here is to get the maximum amount of map drop duplication chance, yeah? 18.5%. We are expecting to Harbingers, we're expecting to quantity, we also are going for Shaper, Elder and Conqueror maps. And we have a little bit of a Searing Exarch influence here, which is gonna be quite nice because the invitations are still quite expensive. For the maps, the best map, or one of the best maps I should say for running this strategy, is gonna be Wasteful, yeah? So I bought around 60 of these. I was using 4 chisels, 1 alchemy and the occasional scouring, and my scarabs of choice were Rusted Cartography for more maps, Rusted Harbinger for some nice quantity and you know, some exalted shards, some ancient orbs, they are quite nice. Rusted Blight, which is the big money maker, yeah, 180 times your initial investment, absolutely insane. And the Rusted Sulfite for the packed with energy nodes for some nice increased movement speed. And so this is pretty much the Atlas skill tree and this is what I did to the maps. Now wasteful maps, it's gonna be quite hard to find them in bulk, yeah, so they are quite rare and not a lot of people are farming them. So what I would recommend that you do is until you start running Blight encounters in these maps, please keep in mind they are quite hard, yeah, so you need to know what you're doing with the tower placement, with your positioning, know how to defend the pump. I would recommend that you start with some easier maps, yeah. For example, you could start in tier 14 maps, just by any tier 14 map that you can find, you know, buy 20-30 of them, horizon them to beach map, because if you run them in a map that is an open layout, you're gonna have a lot of lanes that converge into a single lane, and that's gonna make it a lot more easier to defend them with just a few towers. For example, you could use 2 to 3 arc towers and an empowering tower in the middle, and that's gonna be more than enough to kill everything, yeah? If the monsters are immune to lightning damage, you could swap the arc towers for a meteor tower and add a few of the seismic towers for some nice stun in there. But if you already know how to place your towers, then you can run this strategy and you're gonna be making some insane amount of money, guys. The strategy is hard, but it's also extremely rewarding. So how does it work? Well, in case you don't know, whenever you start a Blight encounter, one lane always has to give you oils, yeah? Now what happens if you run the Blight encounter in a closed map where not enough lanes have room to spawn? And let's say you only spawn one lane. Well, since one lane always has to give you oils, pretty much all of your blighted chests are gonna give you blighted maps and blighted oils. Yeah, so you're gonna be making quite a lot of money, but at the same time the encounter is gonna be quite hard. Because you're only spawning one lane, there's not gonna be enough room to build towers. So you're gonna need a pretty strong build that can actually defend the blight encounter without the use of towers. Now sure, you can put a seismic tower here and there, but that's not gonna be enough to fully clear it. So you need a very strong build that is quite capable to run these. However, if you do have a build that is only doing 1-2 million DPS, you can easily run them in the tier 14s. For example, beach maps, it's gonna be more than okay. This is what I did at the start of the league, and I was still making really nice currency per hour. So what's it gonna take to make this strategy an 8x per hour strat? Well, it's quite hard, guys, because please keep in mind, you're gonna need a build that has a lot of clear speed, and you're gonna need to complete the map in around 1.5 minutes. Now if you do have one of those builds, for example some Soul Thirst Spark, something that has a lot of movement speed, a lot of clear speed, you're gonna be able to complete the map in 1.5 minutes. And then we add another 1.5-2 minutes for the Blight encounter, and you're gonna be able to complete the maps in 3.5 minutes on average, which is gonna take you to 8x per hour, but that is specific to some builds. My build, although decently fast, is not extremely zoomy, yeah? So for me, this is at most a 6.5x per hour strat. However, if you do have a build that is extremely fast, you can definitely replicate this strategy and make more money than me, probably 7.5-8x per hour, which is absolutely insane considering the fact that I only invested 2x in these 100 maps. And now quickly for the Exilence, as you can see, 7,400 kills without the extracted oils, which would be around in total 8,200 kills. If we remove our initial investment, we would be left with around 7,900 kills, guys, yeah? So we have a lot of stuff, guys. As you can see, a lot of stuff, yeah? So much loot, guys. So much loot. If you feel the need, yeah, pause the video and remove whatever you feel shouldn't be in here. But as you can see, so much loot, guys, so much loot. And yes, Exilence is accurate. It's actually, not accurate because it's not counting everything. It's missing around maybe 200-300 kills. Yeah, so this is what I realized in the previous video after spending around 6 hours to make the spreadsheet that you've seen. Yeah, so it took me 6 hours to make that spreadsheet, and the Exilence was off by 200 kills. So I pretty much wasted 6 hours. If only I would have prayed for another probably 15 minutes, I would have had more than enough currency to cover that 200 kills. Yeah, so in case you're wondering, yes, Exilence is accurate. It's not counting everything, but it's more than enough. Yeah, don't waste your time doing spreadsheets. Yeah, this program is more than enough. So around 8,000 kills in profit, guys. Yeah, if we were to include the deception contracts and the unusual gems blueprint, yeah, 8,000 kills, absolutely an insane amount of loot. Why is no one running Blights? Yeah. Thank you for watching, good luck as always, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.